What's going on, people? It's your man the YB back once again. Big shout out to my dog Geroyd McAllister for coming through and boosting up the coin. So we got some breaking news for you, man. Right now, ain't no one heard before. You best believe it. Deontay Wilder's fight has been booked on June 27th. Fucking hell. Versus a proper Oklahoma plum. I got the footage of this cat, man. This is wild. It's one of the most leaky-deakiest cats I've ever seen. Seriously, it's a mad one. Anyway, here we go. Deontay Wilder to fight veteran. Oh, come on, stop playing, man. Listen, I ain't gonna lie, man. Let's give this cat some credit. Let's give us his name again. Let's find his name. Where is his name? Tyrell Hendon. He is a veteran. Yeah, I went to Oklahoma a few years ago, staying at my friend's yard. And it's crazy, man. His water weren't working, so we called this plumber out. And he came, he showed us his badge. Oh, I've been doing this 15, 20 years. So fair play to him, man. He's certainly a veteran of the plumbing scene. Yeah, I ain't trying to knock no man's work. That's what you best believe. He's a top plumber in Oklahoma. So fair play to him. Anyway, here we go. Deontay Wilder will face Tyrell Hendon in a comeback fight this June. It goes on, the American was penciled, blah, 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 blah. Now it's been confirmed Wilder will return in June. Promoters Nelson Lopez and Joshua Chase of Global Combat Collective revealed that the Bronze Bummington will take on 24-5 plumbing veteran Herndon on June 27th. In Kansas, the back house of nowhere, man. Where even is Kansas? I never heard that one before. Hendon is 37 years old and he's on a 3-fight winning streak. Okay, let's now get to his resume. In fact, no, let's look at his resume quick. There's nothing on here, to tell the truth. The best you've got is Richard Torres Jr. They keep talking about he did something, knocked his ass out. He another bum slayer, man. There's pure bums on there, man. So this guy's done nothing. Let's cut straight to the footage because you've got to see it to believe it, tell the truth. This is a leaked footage of his fight a few years ago. Honestly, you would have never seen nothing like it, man. Where is it? I think I can play this one. Look at people, look. Let me show you something. Oh, leaky. Oh, leaky deaky. Oh, it's leaky deaky. He's getting knocked out quick, man. If Wilder don't knock this guy in one round, man, I mean, let's watch some more of this footage here. Let's watch some more of this footage, man. That's mad. That's wild, people. I'll tell you that for free right now. That's super duper wild with it. Watch this one here, watch. That's him there. That nick there. Come on, pick it, look at that. Oh, leaky deaky with it. Oh, leaky deaky with it. Man, it's leaky deaky. Look. This is nuts, people. Go on, Leaky Dig, have a go, Leaky Dig. Come on, Leaky Dig, have a go. Oh, look. Come on, people. When that what do you call it? That Cholo cat here, this Cholo here, man. When the Cholo puts a jab out, I think it's here. Come on, Cholo. Oh, come on, Efe. Oh, it's leaky with it, man. You get knocked out quick. I swear to God, he's getting knocked out quick, man. I've never seen something so leaky in my life, man. This is wild, people. Oof, the right hand, even this Cholo getting the right hand off. Oh. Oof, another right hand there. This guy's a sucker. I mean, I thought Joe George was bad, but this guy's loved the right hand to the head. I think this is round one as well. This is as good as it gets, people. Let's fast forward now to the latter rounds. It can only get worse. In fact, look at this Nathaniel Cholo looking ass. Come on, Nathaniel Cholo. sloppy, isn't it? That's what I can say, man. Super duper sloppy, man. So yeah, there's the footage. Honestly, I'm not really even sure. To call a spade here. I'm not even sure how they sanction something like this. Not that Wilder's in form. It's not like he's a world champion or he's still a contender, but from what I'm seeing here, we've got some other footage I definitely can't play. It's on Top Rank's page. And essentially, he fights this Torres guy. I've heard him a few times. I don't know why I've heard of him for. He can't be ranked. And all Hendon does is just a heavy bag. Literally, look. At all the frames you can see, he's a heavy bag. To be fair, he tightened his guard up, but I think he does that. Obviously, in that other fight, he felt competitive. He felt he might win it. But when he's in there with, I think this guy's a prospect or something like that, he just stick his hands on his head. This fight's going to look like a bit similar to Bermain's Taverne 2. That's how it will look. I mean, God forbid. And I hope this cat here, honestly, if there was ever a time, what's his name again? Hendon. If Hendon, let me tell you this now, Hendon, this is your time. Yeah? Let's call a spade here. Wilder's just another man, a washed up man at that. If there's ever a time for Hendon, yeah, to lock in and have a go, you're going to get knocked out anyway, so you can go in there, yeah, and kind of, we use the reference all the time. When them boats were pulling up to the beaches of Normandy, you've got two choices, man. You can sit there pissing yourself. Now, listen, I'll probably be that guy as well, I ain't gonna lie, but that's what you two choices, man. Sit on the boat pissing yourself, or you can storm the beaches. Yeah? Either way, it don't go well for you, if that makes sense. You've got a better chance on the beach than you have on the boat, man. The boat's a big target. The artillery coming for the boat. So if you stand there like this, just waiting to get clipped, you're definitely getting clipped. If you go in there with Wilder who shot you, give it 2 rounds, man. Just come out. Yeah? 1943 style. Wah! And have a go on him. Who knows, man? Wilder's finished. Seriously. Wilder's finished, man. He's finished. But I don't think he's this finished. I'll be lying to you. I'll be lying to you if I told you this is a good bet. It's not a good bet at all. He's getting his head knocked off, most likely. This is one thing Wilder can do. This is one thing Wilder hasn't lost. Wilder hasn't lost his ability to source and then eradicate plumbers from Kansas. Experienced plumbers nonetheless. He's been in the plumbing game for a long time, but this is Wilder's shtick. Yeah, he got punched up by Fury in the third fight. And then he fights Robert Bumlenius and knocks him out in 1 round. Everyone's like, oh, his back is the most devastating thing ever. Then he gets in there with Parker and stinks the place out. So I think this game for Wilder's a bit psychological as well. He's like most fighters these days. They're on top. They're on top fighters. They're good at bullying. When they get in there with someone who they think, oh, this might be a bit of a test, they shit themselves. So Wilder shit himself with Joe Parker. He shit himself with Zhang. This guy, though, he should be confident. So really, it's Hendon's job. I'm not expecting him to do nothing, but man, this is your time to get on. If there was ever a time to do something, it'd be now. Just come wading in, hands stuck on your head, wade all over him. Wade all over him. You probably get clipped coming in, but for me, if I was fighting Wilder, yeah, I'd rather be on top of him than sitting there waiting for something to happen, right? Surely. I'd rather be right on him. I know he can't fight there. I'd rather be right in front of him where he can't get his right hand off. If you're pulling back and he just sits there with his big long strong arms out there lining you up, you're in an accident waiting to happen. I'd literally, the minute the bell comes, I'd just come wading forward. Wilder ain't got no uppercuts like that. I'd come in, yeah, bent right over, chin right stuck in, come in with my head. That's what I'd come. Because he ain't got no uppercuts like that. Who was the last person Wilder knocked out of an uppercut? So you know the right hand's coming. So you stick it here, bend right over and just sprint forward, straight into him. And make it ugly. That's what you got to hope. That's the best this cat can hope for here. Yeah? But most likely he's going to come and get his head knocked off. And there's some more comments from the promoter of this fight. To be honest, who even knows if this happens? Yeah. There was one Moody fight scheduled already. Who was it again? Some other Stifler. What was his name? I'm trying to find it on here. They mentioned him. He was supposed to fight some Stifler. Where is it? I don't remember. Curtis Harper, that was it. He's supposed to fight Curtis Harper, then it fell through. I won't be shocked at all if this falls through, to be honest. I don't know who these dudes are, the promoters and that, but do not be shocked. Because they're going to lose money on this. Why? I wonder why it's Kansas as well. I don't understand the geographical nature of the states, but why not do it in Alabama? Right? Let's have a look at the United States map quickly. Wilder traditionally fights in Vegas or New York. We get that, but now he's fell off. You'd think he'd want to do a homecoming. No? Maybe Kansas is near Alabama. Map of United States. Yeah, I'm surprised about that. It would make much more sense. I'd expect Wilder. I don't know, but there must be some sort of basketball stadium in Alabama or American football stadium in Alabama. Maybe not. Would they fill it out? I don't know. They're quite tribal in them sides. In them redneck, Peckerwood type sides. The Mandingas stick together. Yeah? So they quite. You probably might, if the tickets were cheap enough, you might get. And then again, Terence Crawford. You could say the same about Omaha, and although he did fight Venetian, which wasn't really a top fight, and he packed it out. Apparently that stadium was packed out. So where are we? We're looking for, what's it called again? What's the place they said it was? Missouri. No, it wasn't Missouri. Where was it? Kansas. That was it. Kansas, Kentucky. I can't. There's too many states, man. This is mad. Where's Alabama at, man? Alabama. So you got the Alabama Bummer here. And it was called what? Kansas. Is Kansas part of Arkansas? Let's assume it is for a second. So it's a different, like a state away from what I'm seeing here, which could be wrong, to be fair. I'm assuming it's in Arkansas. It sounds the same. So you've got Alabama here, and it's a state across. I mean, I can't understand that. Do it in Alabama, surely. Not that it matters, but I don't think it will happen anyway. I think the promoters, they think, yeah, we've got a big name. Because these guys are gassed here. The promoters said the following. They said, promoter Chase added on the announcement, this is Wilder's legacy reloaded. He's still one of the hardest punchers in boxing. I've been hearing that, man. I don't think it's true at all. Yeah. He never punched no one up. Who's supposed to get... Right. Okay, Luis Ortiz. Fair play. He did do... Luis Ortiz, okay. How old was Luis Ortiz, man? Yeah. That's one of Che Guevara and Fidel Castro's boys. Facts. Luis Ortiz on a security team for Fidel Castro for years. We're talking about in the 60s. Seriously. So, if you're knocking around doing heavy security for Fidel Castro and Che Guevara, and then popping out in 2017, 60 years later, it's like, oh, please forgive me for being skeptical. Yeah? Look at Mike Tyson. If Mike Tyson had been hit properly, he'd have been sparcoed in the state he was in. So Luis Ortiz 60, conservatively 60. Yeah? Because, like I said before, if Luis Ortiz wasn't providing heavy security for Fidel Castro, he was certainly the chief sparring partner for Mike Tyson in the Catskills. That's well documented. So whatever way you want to go there, he's super old with it. Even Andy Ruiz can't punch. Andy Ruiz put Luis Ortiz down 4 times. Yeah, he didn't spark him, but Andy Ruiz can't punch. If that makes sense. He can't punch at all. So he's not the hardest puncher of all time. The hardest puncher of all time would have at least got one knockout over Fury. Yeah, would have at least got one knockout over Fury. The hardest puncher of all time would have done something with Parker, man. Done something in there. Bearing in mind, that Parker fight, Wilder was the favourite and coming off his best ever win against Bumlenius. Anyway, the promoter says here, he's on the road back to becoming the heavyweight champion of the world, and this is the first step. So, I'm not sure. Is it possible Shelley Winklestein has hit these men with an okie doke, which is possible. We know their man like the okie doke. Yeah, woo. Look, pay us some big shmoney here. Oh yeah, woo. We're gonna get back, and then you're gonna get paid off. That's how their man hit you with that game. Yeah, then on the never. Yeah. Pay the big money now, and we'll be world champion next week. Shelley Winklestein knows he's finished. He's well finished. Then again, if he was that finished, if Wilder wasn't serious about a comeback, obviously assuming this fight happens, why hasn't he sold out to Turkey? So the fact he's distanced himself from Turkey tells me he really does want to try and rebuild something. Yeah, I think Turkey would have him back. I think at the same time, I think Wilder's and his promoters are taking his career seriously. They really want to get him some confidence to try and make some form of run. They don't just want to put him in there with someone who might beat him again. And really, there's no downside to this. The only downside, in my opinion, is he should have been out. I mean, what are these guys doing? If you're going to come back, it's been 9 months. He should have been out. Should have been out in October. But this is what the money does. If you're not fussed for money, it's like, well, what's the point? I'll tell you what the point is. If you like money, I mean, the AJ fight might still even be there. Yeah, Wilder has this weird thing. He was never massive. He was never like a Floyd Mayweather. But all Wilder has to do is get one highlight reel KO against a bum, and everyone forgets the reality. They say, whoa, he's back better than ever. And he gets in there and stink the place out again. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And again, honestly, my base case, I'll be shocked if this even happens. Yeah. The fact the fight's in June, that's 3 months away. How many... He was supposed to fight Curtis Harper like now, around now, March, April time. Now he's moving it on again, another 3 months. You'd think for this calibre of fight, he don't need a 12-week camp. Wilder's not someone who's known to be a dirty bulker. Yeah, you don't hang out with Ricky Hatton and Prince Nassim. So if you're not hanging out with Ricky Hatton and Prince Nassim, what do you need 3 months for this kind of fight? How old is Wilder now? He's knocking on Deontay Wilder age. I mean, he's 40 this year, people. That's mad how time flies. He's 40 this year. Super duper long in the tooth. So he comes back. I mean, I wouldn't have minded. Let's see what happens with Joe Joyce. Yeah, Wilder versus Joe Joyce. Yeah, Frank Warren. This Hrgovic fight should have been cancelled, man. Seriously, that's not good. Wilder versus Joyce is a fair, even game, I'd say. You'd obviously have to lean with, unfortunately, at this point, we'd have to lean with Wilder. Then again, though, Joe might get, if Joe can take the shot, I don't know. Wilder might not even throw the shot, but I think he probably will throw one or two. He did throw one or two against Zhang and Parker, but they weren't there to eat yet. Is Joe going to be there? Yeah, slow Joe. Is he going to be there for the button? But that would be interesting. Joe gets a little piece of bread. Wilder's still the heavy favourite, you'd argue. And it's not a complete stifler, man. This is a proper stifler. It makes me wonder about it. What goes on in these men's heads? Yeah. If I'd have had the career Wilder had, even at this point, I wouldn't want... You see what I'm trying to say? I'd want something like Joe Joyce. Or even a Chisora, who are still a step down at this point than a Parker or a Zhang. But there's something there. So these new age men, they got no pride and no shame, to be honest. To be 40 years old, washed up or not, it really says a lot about the man. How he feels inside. To be fighting this, you saw the guy, man. He was useless, man. He was proper. Come on, people. Come on. This guy was leaky deaky, man. Leaky deaky. And he's 40-year-old himself. He's not even like half a prospect. This guy was leaky deaky. Look at this Cholo here. The Cholo clip him with the right hand. Look. The Cholo, what's the right hand? Watch. Leaky deaky. Bosh. There's the right hook. Clops him. He's walking straight into it. Why would you want to go in there with this guy for? What are you trying to do? Tickle your ego? A lot of these men like that though. Yeah, it's well documented. A lot of these men, they like having their ego tickled. Oh yeah, I knock his ass out. Oh, you want a cookie? Have some shame, man. Chisora, Dillian White, and these are all good money fights for Wilder. The only reason you wouldn't be pitching for a Dillian White, a Joe Joyce, or a Chisora is because you think you're finished. Yeah, to pick this caliber of opponent over one of them who are serious fights, but winnable, and are a step down from Zhang and Parker, undoubtedly, you're finished, man. This is well... I mean, let's have a look at the rankings quickly. Let's have a look at the box rec. Google.com. Box rec heavyweight. I'm just trying to think of some names. I've already given you a few names. In fact, let's have a look where that cat was ranked. He's probably unranked. Where is he? What's his number? Okay, he's ranked number 300 in the world, but that sounds better than it is. I don't believe that, man. You know, I'll get a ranking if they're giving him out like that. 300 in the world sounds well good, doesn't it? Damn, man, I'm number 300 in the world. There's 6 billion people. That's cap. I don't believe that, man. I don't believe that. Yeah, I don't believe that at all. What are we looking at? We were looking for what plumbers he could afford. Even as Pulev for the WBA regular belt. No? I reckon Pulev would take that. Who's Pulev fighting? No one knows. Pulev for the WBA regular. That would be knocking around. Dillian White's still number 13. Where's Wilder then? Oh, Wilder's been done wrong. Oh, they've done Wilder wrongly, man. Where is Wilder? It's not even on here. 34, man. They've dogged Wilder. They've put Wilder below Huey Fury, man. That's crazy. That's a crazy. Joyce is 18th still. So there's some. Look, Dillian White's. I don't know how's Dillian White number 13 in the world? That's ridiculous, man. What's he done in the last 10 years? Or Makhmudov. Makhmudov's a sitting duck. Yeah, he's got some relevance though. Get Makhmudov in there. Being a Fanderal. He looks the part as well. He'll come in like, yeah. Got some. At least he's got some name value. No, we're going with who? You ain't never heard of him before. Tony Yoka, that could be tricky. He might get boxed up, even if Yoka's finished. Fraser Clark, no, that'd be tricky. He might get boxed up. So yeah, those are the names. But who knows? Maybe some of these investor types, they want to get a little a bit like the Terence Crawford situation with Avanesian. Some random investors came in and said, yeah, we'll pay you a bunch of money for this. It could be one of them ones, who knows. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. But if it was me, if I was an investor, I'd say, yeah, I'll pay you some good coins, but we're going to want you in there with Dillian White. OIB, Dillian White don't have no pull in the States. What, you telling me this Hendon cat has pull? Stop playing, man. That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's proper ridiculous. Jared Anderson, he might get boxed up. But that, if you were looking for an American derby, the Mandinga derby, the best Mandinga in the States, that's what you do. Anderson and Wilder. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, like with the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this. Some people stop it. Bah.